We are happy that you are here. That means you want to further develop in your life. Thank you for joining us when we talk about mindset, motivation, discipline, how to defeat struggle, and how to take responsibility for your own happiness. I am your host Joakim, and together with me is the co-host and my sister Annika. Let's make a 101% effort in making our lives the best we can. Welcome back, everyone. Today's episode is about gratitude. Have you ever wondered how a shift in your perspective can boost your happiness and even improve your health? Gratefulness is the root of a happy heart. It is one of the strongest forms of attracting good things. If you truly feel grateful, more things will be rewarded to you. Let's look at how you can cultivate this superpower within you. So, Annika, today, what number is our episode today? How many have we produced?
Today is yet another milestone. We're at episode 50.
50. Amazing. Already?
Already, the time has gone so fast.
Yeah, it's amazing. 50 already.
50 episodes and almost 6 months since we started this business.
Yeah, time goes fast.
It really does. How has it been for you?
It's been great. So much work, much more than I thought it will be.
Mm-hmm.
But it has been so rewarding,
Mm-hmm.
so interesting to create great content for our listeners. And we have learned so much about the self and boost our personal development, and it's been very exciting. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been great. I'm very grateful for I can work about something I really like. What
Mm-hmm.
about you? How have this journey been so far?
Yes, thank you. I feel the same. It brings me a lot of purpose and a lot of value. And of course, you're the man behind the magic here. You're the one that quit your job, sold your apartment, goes all into this business. You work tremendous amount of hours every single week to produce the episodes and to do all the things that I don't know anything about. So you're the man that's working very, very much to keep this business going. And I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah, thank you for that. And very good work for you too. Very great teamwork. A lot of
Mhm.
good conversation, good planning, good teamwork, and good episode, and great newsletter we write, and you do many things also. So it's a good teamwork.
It's a good team, and we fulfill each other. We have different kind of tasks, but of course you're working a lot more and doing a lot of the things that people don't really see, but that all the hours that's behind it. And as you say, it's been great for our own personal development. We have grown a lot on having this podcast, and I definitely hope our listeners have too, because we work very hard to create good content and spread the word about things that's really important in this life to make your life better.
Yeah, that's right. And think about this podcast, and think about when people listen it. It's absolutely great for your life to listen to this podcast because it's
Mhm.
only give you good and positive things. So it's positive things for your life.
Mhm.
And if you do the things we say, your life will absolutely become much better.
Mhm. 101% for sure. And we are very grateful. Thank you so much to all of our old listeners and all of our new listeners. And we are very grateful for everything this process has brought us. And speaking of gratefulness, gratitude is the feeling of appreciation and thankfulness. We mentioned gratitude as an important factor in the last episode about positive thinking. And after looking more into it and the importance and effects of it, we decided to make an entire episode about this topic. We want to create as much value as possible. And then this is, of course, an important topic to talk about.
We all know someone who radiate happiness. Those people tend to always be positive, create a good vibes around themselves, and be genuinely grateful. Being grateful is a mindset. You can choose to be positive and grateful, and this will lead to your happiness. And for example, now I look at two people, one with hijab and another one with no hijab, and both of them are super happy people who is very grateful.
Mhm. Some people have everything, but they're not grateful. And some people have close to nothing, yet they are so grateful for the things that they have.
The fact is, gratitude is a choice, a mindset. You can train yourself to be consistently grateful for the little things in life.
And why should you? Why is gratitude so important?
It's important because for me personally, when I am gratitude, and I appreciate things, small things, big things, I become a much more better person. I reflect more, and a lot of small things. I not take it for granted, and I appreciate more things. So I feel much better when I
Mhm,
is more gratitude, and uh, and also I expect less, and
mhm.
I try to give more of myself. I became less negative and more positive. And my prayers, I pray to God and thanks God for a lot of things. That's absolutely make me to a better person.
I definitely agree. I think that when we are more grateful, we appreciate the things that we have. And this, of course, shifts our mentality to being more positive, being more happy, um, and viewing the world in a better way.
Absolutely. And everyone that still is on this earth have to be grateful because the unlucky ones, they are gone. And if you're more grateful for things, you will feel more peace and more calm.
Mhm.
The research tells us that many factors are affected by our gratitude. First of all, let's mention the mental health factors. Practicing gratitude can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. It reduces stress and helps us overcome trauma. It helps shift our focus from negative thoughts to positive experience.
Also, if we dig deeper into it, we discover how it affects the emotional resilience. Gratefulness fosters resilience by helping individuals cope with stress and adversity, promoting a more positive outlook on life. And a study found that Vietnam War veterans with higher levels of gratitude experienced lower rates of post traumatic stress disorder.
Amazing. Just
Mhm,
of being grateful, you feel
mhm.
much better and you less post-traumatic stress.
It is amazing. And I just want to shoot in here. I've been talking about resilience earlier in the podcast, especially when it came to raising our children, how important it is to give them the tools that they need to cope with this world in a good way. And resilience is an extremely important factor. And see here as well how it actually can prevent some of the most complex disorders we have.
Yeah. And if someday I'm not in the mood, yeah, and when my daughter come up, I smile and I say something joke and we start laughing and so just to program myself, yeah, because I can choose, yeah, I can choose if I have a bad day, I haven't slept well, stress, a lot of things to think about. I can decide, yeah, if I'm gonna be angry and base my day on that, or I can
Mhm,
just change and tell myself I'm gonna be positive and oh, I'm happy I can stay with my daughter now. I'm healthy. My head is good. My health is good,
mhm.
and oh, we are so lucky. We have food on the table now. Things like this, yeah. And then I became more happy. So it is a It is a choice.
Definitely. Your feelings and emotions is a choice. And like we talked to Elmin Sivic about when he was talking about fear and his fighter mindset, he is at a high level of personal development where the fear isn't controlling him when he's going in fighting a bare knuckle tournament or fighting in a world championship tournament. Um, and we see this with a lot of high level athletes like Cole Bryant talking about it, like there is no fear if you choose to not be overtaken by fear. And as you say, all of your emotions are choices you make.
Relationship. Expressing gratitude can strengthen relationship, enhance social connection, and promotes feelings of closeness and trust.
And about the physical health, grateful individuals tend to take better care of their health, engage in regular exercise, and visit healthcare providers more often. It increases our quality of sleep, it reduces the time it takes to fall asleep, and it also lengthens the duration of our sleep.
And he said, well-being. Gratitude is linked to increased happiness and overall life satisfaction, contributing to a more fulfilling life.
Mhm. But what are some factors that can make it difficult for people to be grateful?
It can be envy. If you desire what someone else has, you might feel unhappy. That person has found more success than you, and it is easy to overlook your own fortunes. And it can also be materialism. If you hold the belief that position will lead to happiness rather than being grateful for what you have, you always look for new things to claim as your own. Inner changes like stress and depression. It might be difficult to be grateful when you are in those states.
And let's look at the neuroscience, because our hypothalamus is activated when we feel gratitude. Our brains are flooded with dopamine when we receive an act of kindness and when we are kind to others. This great feeling motivates us to do it again and again. And gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. This is contagious. The more you express gratitude over what you have, the more things you will have to be grateful for. And regularly expressing gratitude changes the molecular structure of your brain.
It's amazing, yeah? As you say, the more you practice to be gratitude, the more you will become.
Mm.
So absolutely, start to do it more and more, and you'll become more gratitude. It's amazing, yeah. Just start with the small little thing. Oh, I'm so happy now. I just can drink a coffee in a warm house and things like this, or I am healthy, or my family is around me. Just things like this, and you just practice it, and you do it more and more, and you will become a much better and happier person.
Definitely.
The most surprising things Andrew Huberman found during his podcast experience so far was about gratitude. He shared that it is about so much more than just being thankful. The increases of serotonin and dopamine and the feeling of subjective well-being from people who have regular gratitude practices are huge. And what they found to be the most effective gratitude practice is receiving gratitude or observing someone else receiving gratitude. And remember what Annika mentioned in the previous episode about positive thinking, how the serotonin levels increase and immune system strengthens by being kind, receiving an act of kindness, or even observing an act of kindness. Be grateful towards people, show them your gratitude.
And see the similarities here. Notice the similarities between the last episode about positive thinking and this one, because the effects are a lot of the same as we see here, as Andrew Huberman tells us. And what he also tells us is that you should place yourself in a position where you receive gratitude, which means that you do something for someone and they are grateful towards you. So reflect upon this. What kind of positions do you place yourself in where maybe you're helping a friend or doing a service for a neighbor, volunteering, supporting family members or close ones, um, or you just do something of value for someone? It is extremely important to feel needed in some ways, feel appreciated. And as we see, the science behind this is actually very complex. We need it.
Other things you can do to become more grateful mindfulness. Practicing gratitude encourage mindfulness, helping individuals appreciate the present moments and cultivate a deeper awareness of their surrounding. So this is great with mindfulness, and we did make an episode on that. So next episode, we will teach you about mindfulness and the benefits of it.
Also, it can be helpful to keep a journal where you write down some things every single day that you're thankful for.
Express your gratitude. Say to people that you appreciate them.
This is something you're very good at, Joakim, and it makes me feel valued because you're very good at pointing out the things that I do that is good, both as business partners, but also as siblings. And I see you do it to your friends and other family members, and they feel very appreciated.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, when you see someone do something great and appreciate it, tell them, oh, great, that was smart thinking, good work, it looked nice. Because we very often think that, but so many people don't say that. But I used to say that, yeah, when I see something, do something good, and oh, I'm happy for that, thank you for that, and I appreciate that. It's so important. I genuinely is happy for thing, and I would like to say it because then I know people became happy also.
Definitely. And you have a very good relationship to your own ego. That is something everyone needs to discover within themselves. And that's why you tell it to everyone. You want everyone to have that little victory because you just cheer for everyone. So this is a great, great personality quality. And also, as we see Andrew Huberman says, you place yourself in a position where you express gratitude to others, which makes us feel very good. And also, you gain a lot from it as well because you see that we're so grateful towards you.
Yeah,
Oh,
great, wait.
definitely. And also, it is important to reflect on challenges. Consider how challenges or difficult experiences have contributed to your own growth. This can help you appreciate the lessons you've learned.
And I talk about this one in episode before about positive thinking. But every day when I wake up, I thank God for the things I am grateful for. And it's thankful for I have a amazing daughter I can stay with almost every day. I am a good family, good friends, and I am healthy. My head is healthy and my body is healthy. And I live in a peaceful country and we have a great home and food on the table and things like this. I thanks God for every day, and then I feel so good when I do it. So it's a great ritual I have every morning.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And you have created your own gratitude ritual, which reminds you of all of the good things. And I've also mentioned before that we say Alhamdulillah for everything. I say that before I eat, after I eat, every day when I wash myself before the prayer. These kind of things makes me think even more about the people that are very unfortunate. The people in Palestine now going through a horrible genocide, or the many people struggling with poverty around the world. They don't have food, they don't have clean water, they don't have the things that they need. So it is very important to say these things many times throughout the day to remind yourself of how grateful we are for all the things that we have, and also send good thoughts to the ones that doesn't have these things. And how can you help out?
101% for sure.
And another factor is that you have to limit your complaints because you have to try and reduce your negative talk and complaints. This shifts your focus and it will help you concentrate on the positive things instead, because what you fill your brain with, it will occupy all of your mind. So if you keep complaining and thinking about the negative things all the time, you'll just stay in that loop.
Yeah, I have to say the positive thing to yourself. And very often with everyone, you start to do something and you get those negative thoughts, but just stop them and say, okay, no, when you didn't achieve something, okay, I will do it. I will make it soon. Okay, this was good. This was a little bit better. Okay, I will be better and I will improve. Okay, good. Next time I will do it. speak this instead of all those negative thoughts that come all the time.
Definitely, because you're very good at taking action. You have told me this many times, and just last week we had a conversation where you told me you had some thoughts coming in, and then you just say stop. Like you actually say it to yourself. You just stop those thoughts, and then you shift your mindset, because then you have taken action and you feel a bit of a rush, I suppose. Then you switch it up in your mind.
Yeah, that's right. So I not spin on my negative thoughts. I just stop them and I tell myself positive things, because I not want negative thoughts occupied my mind and try to stop me from the good and productivity things I'm gonna do.
That is awesome. And I wanted to share a story with all of you, because after I reverted to Islam, I've become more grateful. I have been grateful before, but I have had a lot of um, thoughts about issues and challenges and struggles, and all the time I've been very occupied by these kind of things. And then after I reverted, I have these um, rituals or reminders, I would say, with saying Alhamdulillah, thanking God for everything, or just thinking about how lucky I am that He has given me these things. All of the things that I have comes from Him. So it is very important to reflect upon these things. And of course, we're in Ramadan now, and I went to a lecture in the mosque here in my city this weekend, with an imam that was very good at talking about Islam in general. And the specific topic this weekend was how to cleanse your heart from diseases. And this is not heart diseases as we know it from the hospital and medical field, but it is if you struggle with jealousy or evil eye or these kind of things, that he described it as it places black dots in your heart because you have this negative energy and mindset, and it places a black dot in your heart. And also, if you do bad things and you don't really regret it, you just go on, do it again, you leave black marks in your heart. And it is very important to heal this before the heart gets very black and turns into stone, as he described it. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this, because he told us a lot about how important it is to be grateful. You cannot have evil eye towards someone, which means like being jealous and creating a bad energy, because how can you forget what God has given you and not be grateful for it? And rather, you're jealous of what He gave someone else. Like, this is a mindset you cannot have. Um, and this is something I've thought a lot about, because the mindset that you have, you carry in everything you do together with you. And as Joakim said, he's grateful every single day for what God has given him. And it makes him go out in the day with a lot more positive vibe. Sometimes you send me a voice message before 6 a.m. in the morning. You're on, you're awake, you're starting your day, and you're already so positive. The energy I hear in the other side of the phone is very positive because you are grateful. And we have to remember the similarities between the positive thinking episode we had and this gratitude episode. It is so similar. You have to be grateful to have a positive mindset. And if you have a positive mindset, that will lead to happiness, which is more complex, more deep. Happiness is a feeling. It really touches your heart. And you're responsible for this. You can create your own happiness.
Great story and a lot of good advice. This episode was recorded on 12th March 2025. In the show note, you will find the link to our infamous homepage, the 101percentpodcast.com, where you can subscribe to our free weekly newsletter, donate to our podcast, and all the information about subscription you need. Take care and give it your best. If you like this episode, please share it with a friend. It is important for us to get out our message so we can help as many people as possible. And we will highly appreciate it if you could take 1 minute of your time to follow us on social media and review the show on Apple Podcast and Spotify. All links are below. Our Instagram is the 101% podcast. Until next time, take care and go 101% into achieving your goals. You owe it to yourself.